So we've got an XE Festival survey that Konami have released here, because the XE Festival ends in like 2 days or something, which reminds me, I still need to play through some of that, actually. So this is a survey. It's important. It's to improve the gameplay. Is open for submissions. We will take your feedback to heart and do our best to improve Macedon and the dueling experience for everyone, so we hope you all continue to support us here on out. Well, let's do it. What did you think of the event length? So it's a week long, and I've done everything I needed to. I think it was fine. Yeah, I think it was like fine. I think the length is like a good amount of time. Did you feel that you understood how to progress along with what the rewards were? Mostly yes, but I noticed that there isn't a scroll bar for the rewards. So when you go down at the bottom there, it shows you like the next 2 integers of medals, but it doesn't let you see further. It doesn't let you see like what the max award is. And I don't know why that is. Like you can't actually see in totality what all of the rewards are for some reason. Wait, you can? Oh, did I just not notice? Oh, okay, well, I guess it wasn't very clear. Did you enjoy dueling? No, not really. But I don't think it was really a problem with the gameplay per se. It was just the lack of rewards for me personally, which I guess they'll probably ask about in a second here. What do you think of the special rules? Yeah, I think they were great. That's the fine part, you know, they introduced a specific mechanic that you can only use from the extra deck, XE, which everyone thought was going to be like, oh, I guess this is Draco Eldritch format, bro. Which actually wasn't, because hey, they had a custom ban list as well, which was great. It was obviously spoiled a lot at the first couple of days because of self-TK, so you didn't really get to play a lot against real people. But, you know, we made a very good video out of it with heal versus self-TK. So hey, I guess there's 2 ways to look at it. What did you think of the feature that let you collect medals as you dueled? Yeah, no, that was fine. Yeah, I mean, having like a secondary currency to farm, I suppose, was kind of fun. I don't really feel like you did a lot with those medals. You just collected gems, which obviously can't be understated how important gems are. So any sort of gem reward is going to be good and amazing, but there wasn't really anything else other than that to collect, was like the gems. Do you enjoy playing event with loner decks? No, not at all. So like, I think one way that they could maybe make loner decks more fun is that you can queue up with a loner deck, but you only get queued up against someone else playing a loner deck. That would be fun. That would be interesting. But, like, playing a loner deck and then playing against self-TK isn't fun. Playing a loner deck and then playing against someone who has a full-power zoo deck isn't fun. So I think if they made it, like, specifically a loner versus loner queue, that would be actually really enjoyable, because you play with all these, like, very low-power cards. And when you play back and forth with low power cards, it's actually a, like, an enjoyable duel when the cards like suck. So I think if you specifically had loner versus loner, it'd be fine. But as it is now, you just get paired up against a zoo player and you're just like, great, I guess I'll set boots and pass, right? How satisfied were you with the rewards? You're completely dissatisfied. So this was the biggest issue that I took with the event itself. It was the rewards were pretty... There were just no rewards, right? Other than the gems, obviously. And this is what anyone who's watching me right now is going to criticize for and say, but you got like 5,000 gems. Are you crazy? The rewards were insane. Yeah, they were. That's great. But there's really small, minor things that they can do to improve upon that to make it very exciting for people who actually care and want to, like, master themselves at this event in this special, you know, format, right? There's no leaderboard. There's no point system like the KC Cup and Duel Links, and there's no cosmetics. There's 0 rewards for cosmetics, right? I think it would have been cool. For example, the profile card that you have in the menu, if you go to the profile menu, you have, like, it says, like, Stoic, Beginner Duelist, Competitive Player you can customize your profile with. They could have given you a title called XE Master or something, or Master of XEs or something, right? That's just a very minor thing that you could earn exclusively from the event. They could give you a new icon frame. It's very easy to make, like, you know, haha, Photoshop is my passion. Just a black border with those yellow, like, stars that XZ monsters have. That would look really good. They could give you a new artwork for your title card. If you look at your profile, most people right now have 2 options. It's Construct, and I think something else. And I think if you play and do some certain things, you get Eldritch the Golden Lord. That's it. After a month of the game being out, there's only 3 that I'm aware of. Blue Eyes as well, that's one of them. There's only 3 custom graphics for your profile card. Why not let us have Utopia? Why not have us get some other XE, you know, monster that's iconic in the game, right? That's a cosmetic award that could be earned. You could have got an XE mate, a Utopia mate. That would be cool, but we didn't get any of that. None of that whatsoever. It was just gems, which, again, gems are great, but let's be real, gems is not easy or difficult for them to program. It's literally just turning a dial in the coding for how much gems they give you for an event. It's not hard. So yeah, from their perspective, I feel like they could have put in a lot more effort into this event. They did, and they just, to tell you the truth, they just didn't. They didn't. Like, there's no effort put into the rewards in this event. It's just like, here's some gems, and that's great. And the sad thing is that a lot of people will overlook how disappointing the rewards were for this event because they got a ton of gems, which people like. Yeah, gems are great, but just that's not the point, right? Like, yeah, gems are great, but that's the thing. Most players will be more than happy to be served garbage if it comes with gems, which is disappointing. Would you say you are satisfied or dissatisfied with your overall experience? I mean, I'm neutral to dissatisfied, to be honest with you. I feel like there was a lot of very, very simple things that they could have done to make it better. Tell us what you think about XYZ Festival. I love duels that make use of different rules and regulations.
Damn,
I love battling out with strong players.
Farfa, please give
which
me
is one of the hard things about this
gems.
event, was that it's very hard to duel against good players. Now, it always pairs you against someone within your rank, which is plat, gold, bronze, etc. So you're never too good or too worse for someone else. But even in platinum, there's a lot of just trash. And again, at the start of the event, it was really, like, super plagued with self-TK, so you didn't really get to play that much. And it would be cool if there was some kind of point system or ladder system, like a separate ranked ladder just for the event that you could play against progressively better and better players. Because no one I played against was a real challenge, and if I did play against someone that was a real challenge, well, I mean, it was 1 every 10 duels, so I never really got to, like, fully embrace and experience that. I play because I want to earn rewards. That's the yep, I want rewards, and the rewards were pretty poor outside of just, like, straight up gems. I enjoy dueling with loner decks, so I would enjoy playing with loner decks if specifically I could play against other loner decks. Queuing loner decks against full power meta decks isn't enjoyable. Loner decks versus loner decks could be really fun and good content, which I think they should try and maybe include and incorporate some sort of, like, system that makes it so that you only ever play against a loner deck if you're using a loner deck. They're hard to use and I don't know how to win with them. Excuse me? I don't know how to build a deck that will help me win. Okay. I can't get the cards I need to build the deck I want. This is a major problem for a lot of people, probably. So someone might pick up Master Duel, get all of, like, the free gems and stuff, which you get a ton of, and then build some, like, I don't know, Eldritch deck, right? And then you build, like, you spend all your gems on Eldritch with hand traps and staples, and then the XYZ event comes around and it's like, oh, what am I supposed to play here? I've used all my gems on staples and Eldritch. There's a new event here. What am I supposed to do? You can't do anything, right? So I think this is probably a major problem for a lot of people. I guess other comes under some other things I've had issues with. If you have any kinds of events or special rules you would like to play in the future, feel free to let us know. Duels where monsters you can put in your extra deck are limited. Okay, does it mean a limited number of extra deck monsters, or does it mean a limit on the types of monsters? Duels where the monsters you can put in your extra deck are limited. It's a really oddly worded question. I'm gonna skip that. Duels where players may only use monsters of the specified type and or attribute. That could be neat. Duels where the number of each card with the same name you can put in your deck differs from standard. Highlander, let's go. Duels where the cards you can put in your deck depends on their rarities. Ultra only tournament, huh? Come on, Konami, do it. Do it. Yeah, make the poor people scream. Come on. Come on. Fuck the poor. I hate poor people. Come on, Konami. Where's the ultra rare tournament? Come on. Duels where you can only use specified cards that fit a certain criteria. That's just what you've already said, right? Sure. Duels with special rules that focus on certain monster types and or attribute. You just asked that question. Duels where players may only use monsters of the specified type and or attribute. Duels with special rules that focus on certain monster types and or attribute. That's the same question with different words. Man, Konami, please, like, just hire, like, one guy to do translation. Just one dude. That's it. Like, they are clearly, like, Google translating some of this shit, man. Themed duels that match with when certain cards appeared in the manga anime. Okay, sure. Fast-paced duels where the time for each turn is reduced. Oh my god. Has anyone here ever played Hearthstone? And has anyone here ever heard of the card Nosdormu? That is one of the funniest cards in Hearthstone. There's a Hearthstone card where when you summon it, the turn limit turns to 10 seconds. Or 15, I think. Having that as a rule is really funny. So let's have a Nosdormu format. Duels where players compete with their win rates. What does that mean? Compete with their win rates? Is this just a bunch of YCS champions sitting around the table and be like, bro, I have 2 tops this season. And then it's just like, Raphael Nevin's like, bro, I have 2 YCN wins. Who are you? And then Bowden's like, bro, I have a YCS win and like 15 ARG tops. That's more than your wins combined. Like, what does that mean, competing with their win rates? Like, just a bunch of dick-slinging, like, YCS champs talking about how good they are at Yu-Gi-Oh? Other rules? Yeah, time rules. Sorry, retro. Format. Okay, so that's basically my my review of this. Yeah, so my biggest gripe, TLDR, is that the rewards were really lazy. Probably the best word to use. It's not that the rewards were bad, because everyone loves gems and gems are amazing, but they were extremely lazy. It was just like, here's some gems, enjoy the event. That's it. All right, done.